Hello everyone. Today we are going to start with a new grammar topic, that is relativism. You already know this topic because you have also learned this topic last year. You may think why this topic is again, but according to the 10th standard board, this is a topic which is there for you for the first term. In the exam, there will be only fill in the blank sentences, but while revising the topic, we will see both the things. Combine the sentences with relative pronouns and fill up the relative pronouns also. So let's revise this topic because it is possible that you may have forgotten this topic. So let's revise this topic once. First, let's understand what is relative zetsum. Relative zetsum means relative sentences. Relative sentences provide additional information about a person or thing. They always start with a relative pronoun. They are subordinate clauses. So the conjugated verb comes at the end. In case of subordinate clause, the conjugated verb always goes at the end. So relative pronouns are always used as a subordinate clauses. So let's see few examples. Einige Beispiele. Jetzt sehen wir einige Beispiele. The first Beispiel, das erste Beispiel ist, Lena trifft einen Freund, den sie gestern im Restaurant kennengelernt hat. Here you can see here that we are speaking in both the sentences, the common point is Freund. Lena meets a friend whom she got to know in the restaurant. So here we are talking about the friend. So the relative pronoun then is used for that friend, and this then is used as a relative pronoun. It is a subordinate clause. You can see here Lena trifft einen Freund is the main clause, and then sie gestern im Restaurant kennengelernt hat is the subordinate clause. So hat is the second position verb which has come at the end. Is this clear? Let's see one more example. Der Pullover, den ich gestern gekauft habe, ist sehr günstig. The pullover which I bought yesterday is very reasonable. Here the pullover is the common thing. For the pullover we are going to use the relative pronoun. So then is the relative pronoun which is used for pullover. Here it is always compulsory that in relative sentences, the relative pronoun or the subordinate clause should come immediately after the noun for which you are using relative pronoun. Here we are using relative pronoun for their pullover. So the relative clause is immediately after it. Then is the relative pronoun and habe is the verb which is at the end of the sentence. And their pullover is sehr günstig is the Hauptsatz. Den ich gestern gekauft habe, ist ein Nebensatz. Klar? Das dritte Beispiel. Das ist mein Freund, mit dem ich nach Berlin fahre. Mein Freund is a common thing in both the sentences. Das ist mein Freund ist ein Hauptsatz. Mit dem ich nach Berlin fahre ist ein Nebensatz. Last year you have done relative pronouns in nominative, accusative, dative and genitive. This year especially you are going to focus on relative pronouns with prepositions. So with preposition relative pronouns you are going to revise. It is similar like English. In English also we say that this is a friend. This is my friend with whom I travel to Berlin. With whom always comes together in English also. Similarly in German also mit them should be together. And fahre is the verb which is at the end of the sentence. Let's see one more example. Meine Tante, bei der ich gewohnt habe, wohnt in Freiburg. Here meine Tante wohnt in Freiburg ist ein Hauptsatz. Bei der ich gewohnt habe is a subordinate clause. By there is once again it is a verb with fixed preposition or it is preposition plus relative pronoun, and habe is the verb at the end of the sentence. So my aunt at whom I have lived lives in Freiburg. So I hope you have got an idea what is relative pronoun or relative sentence. Now we will see how it is used. We are going to first see the relative pronoun in nominative. Here you can see the relative pronouns in nominative. You can think that these are similar like definite articles, because for masculine it is there, feminine the, neutrum thus, and plural the. But though they look similar, they both have different functions. Definite articles means the in German, and these relative pronouns have meaning which or who, like which or who, according to the context. So both have different functions in the sentences. Now let's see few examples in nominative relative pronoun. The first one, das ist mein Onkel, wohnt in Delhi. Das ist mein Onkel is the here mein Onkel is the common thing, and for mein Onkel is the word used in the second sentence. So we need to replace that in English it will be this is my uncle who lives in Delhi. Simple one. So whenever it is who or what, which, in short, it is always nominative case. So this is my uncle. Here we are using the relative pronoun for my uncle. So what is the article of uncle? That is masculine. And he lives in Delhi. Here air is the nominative case, so we have to use nominative relative pronoun in masculine, that is there. So this is mein Onkel, comma, there. In Delhi won't is the verb am end, because in relative pronoun the second position verb should go always at the end of the sentence. That's why won is at the end of the sentence. Here das ist mein Onkel ist ein Hauptsatz. Hauptsatz bedeutet main clause. There in Delhi wohnt ist ein Nebensatz. Nebensatz is a subordinate clause. So is it clear the first example? Let's see one more example. Die Kinder spielen Cricket, sie wohnen neben mir. Here the Kinder and sie are the common things. We replace the Kinder by sie. The children play cricket, they live near me. The children who live near me play cricket. This is in English. In English also we use the relative clause immediately after the Kinder. Similarly in German also we will use the relative clause immediately after the Kinder. So the Kinder will be the first, after that comma should be there. Sie will be replaced by the, and the second position wohnen will go at the end of the sentence. Die neben mir wohnen, comma, and whatever part is left from the main clause, because you can't leave that part as it is. You have to take that part in your sentence only, or you can simply remember like this: if the noun for which you are using relative clause is coming at the beginning, then you remember to put the relative clause between that noun and between the remaining parts. So the Kinder, die neben mir wohnen, spielen Cricket. Here wohnen is at the end, verb am Ende. Die Kinder spielen Cricket ist ein Hauptsatz. Und die neben mir wohnen ist ein Nebensatz. Clear? So these are the two examples where we have combined the sentence. Now let's see one example in which fill in the blanks is there. Das Bier blank eiskalt ist, gefällt meinem Vater sehr. The beer which is ice cold is liked by my father. Now here we are using relative pronoun for the beer. So one thing is clear that the article of beer is thus. So it is neutral. Which is ice cold? Here the beer is a nominative thing. It is the subject. We will always check the case by seeing its function in the relative clause. Don't go in the main clause. Don't check the case from the main clause. You have to check the clause from the relative clause only. So thus beer, which is ice cold, it is neutral, so neutrum, and it is in nominative, so thus should be the answer. So the answer will be thus beer Das eiskalt ist, gefällt meinem Vater sehr. Is it clear? Any doubt here? So in this video, we have seen only relative pronouns till nominative. In the next video, we will see relative pronouns in accusative and dative. Thank you.